Yo, welcome back, guys, to another video with some commentary on it. It it sounded like you guys were liking the commentary on some of the other videos. I heard some positive feedback, so I'm gonna keep doing them. I'll let you in. Let me fast forward some of this because this is a long ass video and we don't need to sit through the whole thing. All right, we'll throw it on 2x speed. Go from there. This video goes a little bit slow. I mean, we're both playing like turtles. It's like just imagine the turtle in the hair race, but switch out the hair with another turtle. It's slow and it is fucking boring, right? So I'm playing Labrynth on the right. We got Centur-ion on the left, and that is the boring part of this whole video. Is the you got Calamity Locks, you got Crimson Dragons, you got Legatias. I mean, he's just playing on my turn just as much as I'm playing on his. But yeah, not a huge fan of Centur-ion, honestly. I've played against it very few times. It's always just a shit show to watch. I mean, it's so, I can't say it enough, but it's not fun or interactive as Yu-Gi-Oh players are looking for. But we got to get through this. We're gonna watch this one and listen to my commentary, my dog shit commentary. I didn't go to school for this shit or anything, so you're gonna deal with it. All right, you clicked on this video for a reason, and if you don't like it, you can always mute me and just watch the gameplay. But for some of these videos, I was thinking, you guys are obviously smart enough to watch these, watch what's going on. You probably know what's going on already. I don't need to tell you. So I thought about, at least for the non-meta videos, maybe just doing some, storytelling. You know, just giving you guys some stories, some Yu-Gi-Oh stories. Make it like a little podcast. I thought that'd be pretty neat because, like I said, you guys know what these cards do. You don't need someone to just sit here and say, and player A activates Centurion Oath, setting Primera to the back row. Special summoning it. Oh, he activates the stand up Centurion. Nah, you guys can see these cards. You know what they do, all right. So I'm not gonna give you guys stories on every single video. I'll let you enjoy some of them. But for those that do, want a little bit more out of watching these videos instead of just watching this casual game, because that's another thing too. The reason I don't want to do storytelling on meta videos is because a lot of the meta players are actually looking to get better, looking to learn something, and that's why I'll explain my thought processes on some of those. They can help me out, maybe I'll help them out. Casual players, man, they don't give a damn about being better. They don't. They're the ones that get offended when I roast them, you know? So I can't necessarily do that. So instead of roasting the casual players, I'll just give them a good story. But before I hop into a story, that wraps up game one right there. I mean, I get absolutely cooked. That's my buddy Gustavo on the left, and he absolutely just bent me over right there and showed me what's good. And I can tell you, doesn't feel good going into game two with a loss. Even though I think I went first that game too, yeah, absolutely fucking cooked. Just barbecued my ass. It's like a slow roast. It was terrible. But we're gonna hop into game two right here. I'm doing some siding. I don't think I really have too much to side for this deck. I mean, got Epidemic Eradicator Virus or whatever the hell it is. Eradicator Epidemic Virus, I think. And I got different Dimension Grounds and D Barrier. Dimensional Barrier on the side. So I think all three of those are probably coming in. I probably take out. I can't remember. I think I was taking out Backjacks going into game two. If I go first, I usually take them out. I like that card a little bit better for going second. You draw it with the furniture and you're kosher. But you're gonna see me start here. I set up a similar board to what game one is, and you can see Gustavo's hand on this left over here, guys. Look at that shit. What do you see? You see a Cosmic Cyclone. You see Ash Blossom. You see a Centurion Bonds, Ghost Bell, and I can't remember what that last card was, but it's the absolute tits. You see me drop a card on the right over here. That's the head of Exodia. I'm about to obliterate the shit out of this guy. Yeah, I'm just kidding. You're not gonna see Exodia on this game, but he top decks. Look at that top deck. He customized his hand, guys. He tapped into the goddamn Matrix and just picked Prosperity out of thin air. I activate Big Welcome here, looking to chain my lady, but he's going to chain Ash Blossom. I go Chain Link 3, Arius summoning itself, and what is he going to drop right here, guys? You can just guess it, You can guess this shit. He's looking. You can see all six foreheads that he's got right there, just massive. And he drops the goddamn Ghost Spell. Look at that professional player, Gustavo. He is up and coming. Somebody sponsor this kid. right now. Not even kid. He's a grown-ass man. I'm activating Daruma Cannon just to proc my lady. That's how desperate I am, guys. I am desperate for something right here. He's asking if he can play right here. I say absolutely the hell not, but I will allow it as of right now. The gears are turning in his head, guys. They're absolutely spinning. Centur-ion, whatever that card is, I know it places a spell or trap, or it can place a monster. Primera coming down, I Ash Blossom. He's just dropping the tits on me right here. I mean, goddamn, he's about to play that Prosperity. That's why he's shuffling up his hand. Ghost Spell, Ash, Cosmic, Prosperity, Oath, and what the hell was the last card? I don't even remember, but it does not matter, guys. This is disgusting right here. Showcasing what a good player he is. And then he's gonna Calamity Lock the shit out of me. But anyways, I don't think I told you guys this yet, but fun fact, this is the second time I'm recording this video. I was clearing my throat a bunch on that first video. You know, I'm not necessarily sick, but I do a lot of talking day to day in my job, so my throat gets a little bit dry. And on that first take of the recording, I left my mic on mute for like a couple minutes. So instead of subjecting you guys to a long period of silence, giving you the silent treatment, probably how your parents do to you guys all the time, I just decided to record the video. Put it on 2x speed. The first time I recorded it, it was on 1.5, so this one's going to be a little bit quicker, but considering this is the second take, I need that. Not going to lie to you guys, I need it to be a little bit quicker because, as I told you in the beginning, this game is long and it is not fun to watch, alright? Extrav off the top, you know, I was just praying right there, praying to every god available. I said, give me something good, and they just put their powers combined, like Ultron or Voltron, Power Rangers, any of those Megazords, put their powers combined and just, you know, ultimate weapon right off the top. You're going to see some nasty Synchro 12 plays. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but if you know any Synchro 12s out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Wow, that's crazy. Anyways, there's a story I needed to tell you guys. Just get it off my chest a little bit. I played a box tournament this weekend. Let me tell you, I'm cooking. Game 1, or match 1, I play against Runic for Hire, right? This is the box tournament that I uploaded. I uploaded a profile for my Labrynth deck on YouTube already. Go check that out. But, you know, match 1, I'm playing against Runic for Hire. I get absolutely cooked game 1. I mean, holy shit, there's nothing I could do right there. So, hop into game 2, and then keep in mind, Runic has a really good matchup into Labrynth, so I'm not too hopeful already. Game 2, right? I start playing in his draw phase. I'm cooking right now. You know, I'm going through the motions. I couldn't record this this tournament. I just didn't have my tripod with me. Usually I don't get very good games when I go to this locals, but you know, this was a good turnout. I didn't know it was a box tournament, so if I had known, I probably would have brought the tripod. Either way, going into game 2 with Runic for Hire, I start cooking, man. I'm playing through his draw phase, and then he flashing fires me. He hits my Epidemic Eradicator virus thing, right? The trap. And he celebrates, dude. He's public about this. He was happy that he hit that shit. I mean, let me tell you, he hit it, and he's like, "Oh my, thank God!" The whole fucking locals hears it. This guy's a champion, right? Either way, I'm still comboing through his draw phase, even through him hitting my Erad. And you know, it comes down to like 1 or 2 cards. He finally realizes that I don't need Erad to win, so he scoops it up. Going in game 3, nothing too crazy. Bricks. I win game 2, right? Or match number 1. Round 1. But this story really kicks off in match number 2, right? I'm playing against what is it? Branded Chimera. And I'm still playing Runic. You know, I'm not switching my deck because that is definitely against the rules. Please don't ever do that. But cook him game 1, cleaned him up, didn't matter. I believe this was it happens in game 2. He's got a set back row. I think he's got like a monster, maybe 2 on board. It doesn't really matter what it is, but I start comboing on my turn, right? And lovely Labrynth, it can pop a card when a monster leaves the field by a trap effect. It can pop a card at random in hand, or it can choose a card on field and destroy it. Now, this card does not target. It chooses the target on resolution. So as the card effect's resolving, you choose what you want to destroy, pop it, right? So I activate the effect of Lovely. He says it's good. I destroy his back row. He picks up his back row, right? And let me tell you, this guy starts examining it. I'm like, what the hell is he doing, man? That shit's destroyed. So I tell him, I'm like, hey, buddy. I'm like, this is a grown ass man, so don't let me calling him buddy fool you for, what he is, right? So I was like, hey, it gets destroyed. He's like, yeah, I'm thinking. I'm like, what? I was like, you just said it was good. He's like, yeah, you had a target though, and now I'm thinking. I was like, this card doesn't target. He's like, yeah, but you chose this one, so you can't take it back. I was like, I'm not trying to take it back. I'm telling you, man, that shit just gets destroyed. Like, it's popped. It goes to grave. It's donezo. It's obliterated. He's like, no, no, that card targets. I'm like, dude. I flip the card around. I'm like, yo, read this, bro. He's like, this is what he says. No bullshit. I'm not even kidding you guys. I know I sound like a troll, but this is a real genuine story. He reads it. He reads the part where it says I can destroy a card in hand, and in parentheses, if you've never read this card, it says at random. It says you can destroy a card in hand at random or on the field. So he tells me, he says, yeah, it destroys a card in hand or field. So the field destruction is random. You don't get to choose it. I was like, huh? What? I was like, yo, what are you talking about, friend? What is going on? Am I dumb? I had to question it for a second. I thought maybe I was just cooked. Like, I thought maybe my brain was fried and I didn't understand something. But no, dude, this guy kept telling me, he's like, no, you already chose. You can't change it. You chose to destroy this card, and now I'm like, buddy, I choose on resolution. If you want to react to this card, you got to react to the activation of the card effect. Yo, we start bickering. I'm not even gonna lie. I raise my voice a little bit. Everyone looks over at me, and that's when I knew. I said, "Judge," called it. Called for someone, man. Two different guys. They were chatting to him. They're like, "Yeah, man, this card doesn't target. If you want to react to it, you got to react to it now." He's like, "Oh, okay." For whatever reason, he understood what they were saying. Maybe I was speaking Japanese to him. I have no clue. Probably never gonna know. But either way, he understood what they were saying. So I look at them afterwards. They go away. Whatever. We start playing. I'm like, hey man, I'm not trying to cheat you. I promise. That's just how that's how the ruling works. And he told me, this is what he told me, guys. He told me he's never ran into an effect that does that. Dramatic pause right there. Yeah, he's never ran into an effect that does not target. I said, what? Now I'm thinking maybe he's a new player and I'm being a little bit hard. He said he's been playing since March though. Keep in mind, it's January of the brand new year. You've had damn near a year, buddy. You never ran into anything that targets? I could think of 5 cards offhand that don't target. But hey, it is what it is. I still won the match, so it's really all that matters to me. I misplayed a few times, and it's not like I hold anything against them. It just happens, newer players. Being a year old into the game, no biggie. Maybe he hasn't ran into that, but hopefully it was a learning moment, and he doesn't have to run into that again and have to get a judge called on him. No harm came out of it. No harm, no foul. Everything's good. So it was just an interesting experience. So I got plenty of these stories. I've been playing the game for a while, on and off, but more so consistently within the past couple of years. So hopping back into the game, guys. You can see me. I'm down by what am I down by? 24 life points or so. And keep in mind, time is coming up, and I'm thinking, how the hell do I out this Geomathmech? And then I remember there's a card in my deck called Daruma Kanen. You guys don't know what that card does. It's absolutely insane. I should have summoned this Labrynth monster, the Ariana, in defense though. Kind of a misplay right here for me. But adding the Ku Klux, so I guess it doesn't matter all too much. Activating big welcome right here. Summoning my lady back. Card's insane. Summoning my lovely back. Bouncing my lady. I think I'm gonna try to Daruma Cannon this turn also, and then I'll probably summon my lady back. Stovey comes back. Shang goes to hand. Welcome gets set. I'm muting my mic every time I gotta, cough or anything, so hopefully it actually gets muted. Hopefully the mute button actually works and you guys don't have to hear me. But activating my Ku Klux, like I said, I think I Daruma Cannon right here. I don't see a reason not to. I gotta get rid of some of these cards. The only thing I could think of is maybe doing it on his turn. He's adding the Trudia back to hand. I honestly think Labrynth probably grinds a little bit better than the Centur-ion deck, but not too sure. Don't hold me to that one. I'm gonna activate Daruma Cannon, tributing my Stovey to set the Labrynth. It's gonna help clean up the field over here. I don't think I used Lovely's second effect to set a trap card, so that could have been a misplay for sure. I know somewhere in this match I do misplay where I activate both of Ariana's effects in the same turn, and you definitely can't do that. You can only use one effect per turn. But it looks like I'm going to go to end phase, summon my Lady, pass turn over to him. It's going to summon the Legacia. I'm thinking on activating my Labrynth right here. Chaining the Lady effects. Maybe setting a Dimensional Barrier. Oh god. Some sicko shit right here. Summoning my Ariana and then activating the effects, or using the effect that gets applied by Labrynth to pop a card. And then activating Chandelier, Stovey, and Welcome Labrynth effects, the one that wasn't sent to grave this turn. It might be right here, yeah. So right here, I think I activated both effects in the same turn, and I realized it shortly after this match was over. But that is definitely a misplay. If anyone who is learning Labrynth is watching this, even if you muted this video a long time ago, hopefully you'll unmute it right here. But you definitely cannot activate both effects of Ariana in the same turn. Feel free to roast the ever-loving shit out of me for that one, you guys. Roast me in the comments. Dare you. But it's a collector rare. I think that one's the collector rare Ariana. So, you know, maybe it does have the secret effect, or I can do both. I gotta put some goddamn damage on the board because I know that the time is coming to an end, and I gotta do something. I gotta make a play right here. Looks like he's scooping it up. Okay, he's scooping it up. We're gonna go to a game 3. Man, I told you guys at the beginning of this video, it's a long one. Hope you guys are strapped in for the long ride, man, because whew, this one just keeps going. Oh, so Gustavo on the left goes first, right? And he just passes. So end phase, I activate Chandelier, setting the big welcome, activating it on my turn, and it looks like he ashes it. So I'm gonna set 2, I think, pass back to him. Look at his hand. So I had a few more cards I could have set in hand, but for whatever reason, I felt that he had board breakers in his hand. I just felt it because he bricked, and I just felt like that's what he was bricking on. So I don't set my whole hand here, and lo and behold, he has the goddamn lightning storm. He's got it, guys. I felt it in the depths of my soul, and I'm contemplating Lady here. I think I almost declare it, and then I realized that if I just set something, it's going to be destroyed, so there's absolutely no point. But DDG coming down, he's going to clear my back row. You can see the rest of his hand. I think it's a Prosperity, Imperm. I don't know what these other cards are. There's 2 more cards. That one's Bonds, I believe. Oath. Nope, it's Oath. He activates Primary effects. It's going to activate the effect to search stand-up Centur-ion. You know, I'm not sweating here too much. I'm not too worried. Setting the Trudia. Going back to the Speller Trap Zone. I think my big welcome is live here, and that's why I'm not too worried. And all of his monsters that he sends to grave are going to get banished instead, so feeling pretty confident right here. If you guys ever wonder how to beat this deck, just hit the tuner. Centur-ion Primera, that card is buns. Absolutely dog and shit at the same time. I just let it resolve. He's thinking, he said, psych, I'm taking that shit back, put both monsters on board, and he might just pass here. He probably doesn't want to banish his monsters. Yep, set 1 card. Oh, God. Oh, baby. We're going into my second turn, I think. Running real close on this timer. I'm keeping an eye on it. I don't want to slow play him. I think that's such a cheesy way to win. I bounce his tuner back to hand with the big Labrynth, activating the goddamn extravagance off the top. Off the dome ski, drawing a free pot of greed. He tries banishing 7 of my cards right there. I'm like, yo, slow down, buckaroo. Only 6, alright? Drawing 2 cards. It looks like I drew another extrav, or maybe I even opened one. I think that's what that other spell card is. I don't play too many spell cards. There's that 3 extrav, 1 call by in the field spell, so it's got to be one of those 3. Or actually, I think in this tournament I was siding Super Poly. So it might be a Super Poly target, or Super Poly. I think that's what it is. It's looking a little bit closer to that. I set 3 right here. I tried to go into battle phase, but he tags out for, I don't know, the level 8 Centur-ion. It's got a pretty big booty. So I'm going to set 3, pass it over to him. Primera comes down as the normal summon. I knew he had that because I bounced it back with the big welcome. Contemplating what play I want to do. Just let him continue. See me playing with my option tokens. Always got options out here, boys. Don't forget. I like to shuffle my hand, but since I only have 1 card in hand, I'll shuffle these tokens instead of shuffling my graveyard. Guys, remember, shuffling your graveyard is actually illegal. Please don't. Ooh, goddamn. Someone's his tuner. And I'm going to Daruma Cannon the ever-loving shit out of him. Daruma Cannon his life savings, as some would say right here. Making sure that he cannot synchro summon. Gus looking at what things he could go into the extra deck. Absolutely fumbling it. Probably going to pass turn right here. And that is time in the round. We end up tying here right here, guys. So definitely not the most exciting match. Really bad ending. I hate it when we tie. It just messes up the whole bracket, and it's not exciting to not have a winner. I hate that. But hey, I appreciate you guys for sticking around. Thank you for sticking for the story. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I'll probably do a little bit more stories on these non-meta decks or non-meta matches. I think it's a little bit more interesting than, someone just going through each play-by-play, because obviously you guys can see what is going on. If you're blind, you're probably not watching this video. So I can only assume you guys can see which cards are being played, and that's why I like to tell stories instead. But thank you guys for sticking around to the end. Leave a comment, like if you like this video. Please consider subscribing. That is how I know that you guys are enjoying this kind of content, and if you're not, then I'll switch it up. Just let me know what you guys want to see. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.